as we have seen a lot about air and we have seen how it is very important what compositions we are having in the air that makes us to survive. But day by day we are getting it pollute, and here we are having the topic that is air pollution, and that is very important topic we need to discuss is with you, because this is what you should learn, you should know about your nature, your ecosystem. That is why you are future generation, and this is very important for us to maintain air in such a manner that it would be perfect place for the other generations to survive here. Okay, as we know that air is very important for us, so that is why we are maintaining, we are behaving like we cannot make it pollute. That is why we are providing this knowledge to the next generation. Now the next generation would be able to make it happen and sustain it for the other next generations. Okay, so but still we are trying our 100 level best. Still we are polluting it somehow. And what are the pollutants that is present here? So air is contaminated with the chemicals, it is contaminated with the smoke, dust particles and disease causing agents. Okay, this is our very hazardous chemicals we are using day by day in day-to-day life. You know that without chemical we cannot even survive. Even your toothpaste is maintained by a chemical, it is made of chemical. Okay, so how come we can sure that we cannot use chemicals nowadays? We cannot even promise that. Okay, so here what I am going to tell you that the chemicals we can just not reduce, we can just put it on the minimum level, that if we are using that much 70% of the amount, so we can just reduce it little bit of it. Okay, now so chemical that we are making, we are generating from any factories. From where it is generating? Factories. Okay, so here because nowadays we are having a population around 1.3 billion, that you know, and not even in India but it is about whole world. You know that even we are making it so effective that our ozone layer get burst, and I am going to tell you what is ozone layer actually, but this is a layer that is around the earth and it is going to burst because of these pollutants. Now chemicals which are mainly used in factories, in industries, so what we are doing, we are just releasing it through chimneys. You know that chimneys look like this, and several photographs have shown like chimneys are releasing the smoke and chemicals. Okay, so all these chemicals are very hazardous for us. Okay, smoke, again the same thing that is going to be happen with the burning any chemicals. When we are burning chemicals, we are burning any substances, so it produces smoke, that is a black air, sort of black air that is having a chemical constituents in it. Dust particles, okay, dust is everywhere, I know. Still, if we are not using, if we are living in a back areas like the earlier time type, like जैसे हम पुराने टाइम में रहते थे तो तब फैक्ट्रीज नहीं होती थी, तब भी डस्ट तो होती थी, but that does it not hazarding anyone. Okay, but now the dust particles that is surrounded us is because of vehicles that is producing a lot of smoke, lot of dust particles there, and disease causes agents. So all these are the components that is nowadays are the main components of the air and that we are inhaling in us. Okay, so here is about causes, that what other causes that is making this air contaminated. Those were the contaminants, that the particles that are present inside the air. So what are the causes? Like I have told you, factories are the one of the reason. What are other causes? Natural causes like forest fires, dust and storms, etc. are the natural cause that makes air polluted. Okay, forest fire happens due to the rise in temperature during summers in some part of the world. What happens? Direct sun rays get heat up the forest leaves so much that they eventually अपने आप खुद से ही वो fire पकड़ लेते हैं. Okay, so that is bad actually, but we have no control over the nature. Okay, so even government can do certain things to protect these things. Okay, but what happened at the time? Even whole of the forest could get burned. So we should do what that we could protect our forest, and forests are also important. If they got burned like this, then they are producing a lot of smoke that is again very hazardous. So we are reducing oxygen and even enhancing other harmful gases that is bad for our health. Now dust and storms that maybe happen, like kahin typhoon aa raha hai, kahin cyclone aa raha hai, so all these things again making the air polluted because they are making dust to all around and surrounding on us continuously. Okay, now man-made causes. What are man-made causes? Here, burning of fossil fuels, gases emission from the industries, that is factories also, particles pollutant like SPM. Particulate pollutants are those pollutants that are of big size. Like we can say that here small particles of the air is so tiny particles that are not even visible to our eyes. They are just inbuilt, like they are just mixed up with the air and we are inhaling it in through our nose. But particulate pollutants are such a particles that are even not getting mixed with the air but hanging up in the air like a particle. Okay, so they are a little bit bigger in size compared to this, but mainly these SPM particulates are made up of the smoke and the chemical particles only. Okay, so we can say fossil fuels burning, like fossil fuels include your hydrocarbons, that again includes petroleum and your CNG gases. Okay, CNG gases and a lot of other fossils like coal is also an example, and diesel, kerosene, all these are fossil fuel, examples of fossil fuels. And if you are burning them for your own purpose, then directly or indirectly you are actually making the air pollute. Okay, but yeah, we have to use petrol for moving from one place to another, and for that we are having certain solutions also. What kind of solutions now? Because you know that when the engine use the fossil fuels like petroleum and it is getting it into engine, so engine will use it, and the rest of the amount will, that is residue amount, that is not going to be reused, so that would be emitted out through the silencer. You know that? Okay, so there is a pipeline through that is emit out the gases or the residue particle of the petroleum will get emit out. So what we can do there, we can just put in the silencer such a particle, such a thing there that could attract when the gas pass through it, so it could get attract to these particles, these solutions, and only some non-harmful gases like H2O, water molecules, and carbon dioxide, only these gases will emerge out so that it would not get more harm to the environment. And pollution in factories also, like in chimneys, we can just put that much of solution again here who will attract the gases that is more dangerous. Okay, तो यहाँ पे आप solution ऐसा लगा सकते हैं और वो solution होता भी है, that is into the chemical that attracts, जो एक highly ionized chemical होते हैं, ionized chemical जो कि दूसरे chemicals को अपनी तरफ attract कर लेते हैं. ठीक है, so all these ionized chemicals would now attract the harmful gases जो कि charged particles ही होते हैं एक तरीके से. तो जब ये emit होगी तो ये अपनी तरफ attract कर लेगी, और जो attract नहीं हो पा रहे like H2O, CO2, that is not that much of harmful, so they could get out from these pipelines or through these chimneys. Okay, so this is how we can even protect that. So these are the man-made causes, and here fly ash and dust, that also includes the same thing, because fly ash and dust again because of the burning of fossil fuels and the gases emissions from the industries, this is the one of the reason that is example of these two only. Okay, and gases like SO2 NO2 and carbon monoxide, that is nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and this is carbon monoxide. These are very dangerous cases, and these should be the reason that it could be attracted towards the solution and we can get rid of it. Otherwise, these are so dangerous that even carbon dioxide, if carbon monoxide, this is carbon monoxide and this is carbon dioxide, there is a difference between it. This is mono, this is dioxide, okay. So here in case of this carbon monoxide, what is happening? Here, this is actually get deficiency of the oxygen. Now, this want oxygen to be added in it. Now, when we inhale carbon monoxide, within 3 minutes, it get struck to the hemoglobin, it get blocked to the hemoglobin, and now our hemoglobin is not able to intake oxygen. And because it is not able, because it get blocked by carbon monoxide, so now oxygen is not supplied to our whole body, and within 3 minutes we could die. Okay, so see the reason. And even SO2 and NO2, SO2 together when adding with the water will make sulfur dioxide, that is sulfuric acid, H2SO4, that is a sulfuric acid. This is very dangerous acid. In the same manner, H2O and NO2, again it will make nitric acid. It is again very dangerous. These two acids are so dangerous that even they are making Taj Mahal to decay. Okay, so these are even can get to us skin cancer. So see, the causes that are made by man are having a long list, but the cause by the nature is having only 1 or 2 causes. So see how we humans are exploiting our own planet by making such a air pollution. So we have seen what causes are making air pollution. Okay, so here with a brief diagram also you can see that how we are burning fossil fuels in a factory and that producing a lot of smoke. Okay, so burning of fossil fuels, burning of chemicals in a factories are actually here producing flies and ashes and smoke, whatever we can say, but a lot of things we can say out of it. That is too bad for our natural planet, our green planet. I don't know why we humans are wasting our time in producing such a thing, and then later on we are going to produce a solution for it, which are even our own mistakes. Okay, so that is now producing a lot of heat, generating a lot of heat again here, that is producing, that burning of this producing a lot of smoke again, and that smoke is making a big clouds of smokes. So that is automatically will get a acid rain cloud, because now these gases get clumped with the water molecules that is present inside the atmosphere, and now these clouds will get rain, and that rain would be known as the acid rain. So here is the diagram, a flow chart for the acid rain that could make you understand how the acid rain would produce. So factories and the pollution that is generated by the vehicles are the major responsible reasons for the acid rains. We humans are making this one to happen, and that our beautiful Taj Mahal, one of the 7 wonders, is now getting yellow in color. Earlier it was totally white in color, now it is getting yellow day by day because of the acid rain, because acid is reacted with the marble, that is calcium carbonate. Marble's chemical formula is calcium carbonate. Okay, now when this is going to add with the acid, we will release carbon dioxide from it, and the chemical formula, new chemical formula will get generated. That makes this yellow in color. Okay, so our beauty get down, our health get down, and these factories, the product that is launched by them, again due to marketing, we are getting attracted toward it, and that are totally unnecessary, irrelevant products that they are making. What is use for us? the basic things that are useful for us are just a few little things. So maintain yourself and maintain your lifestyle in such a manner that is belonging to the limited set of items, so that these factories could not make a product on a large scale, and that large scale production would lead them to make such a big pollution in air. Okay. So here is this one, the diagram of the acid rain. Now let us see the effects of air pollution, because we have seen the causes. What are the reasons? Now let us see the results of air pollutions. क्या result आता है इनका? So you know that inhaling a bad air will let our lungs to get a big amount of bad air inside the lungs, because our lungs are so soft, and whatever they inhale, we are inhaling, sooner or later it got stuck to it. Okay, now the alveoli, here these are the alveoli, get fully filled with the carbon that is generated here. Like let's suppose through the windpipe we are inhaling the bad air, and through this we are having bronchi, then bronchioles, and that bronchiole branches are having in the end alveoli like this. These are the place, this is the place, alveoli is the place where the air totally get to submerge into the blood. Okay, now it is going to be mixed here into the blood. So at this plate lot of gases are got collected here. तो यहाँ पे जो gases collect होती है sometimes when we are inhaling bad here, तो ये सब यहीं पे ही जमा होती रहती है. Oxygen get dissolved into the blood. Lots of the other gases are not getting dissolved. Let's suppose. Okay, so at the time here, what is happening? The bad air, the dust particles are also get accumulated. Now these accumulated particles will get added up by time to time. Okay, one time, then again, then again, then again. So it is going to be totally filled with these kinds. So हम बोलेंगे कि कार्बन से ये पूरा भर गया है. And when the time will reach when there is no space to get in air inside the alveoli. So from where now our blood will get the oxygen supply? So eventually we have to die because of this condition. Okay, this is the one reason that is the effect of the air pollution. Now this one is the global warming. You know, global warming day by day it is, आप इसके बारे में सुन ही रहे होंगे. क्यों हो रहा है ग्लोबल वार्मिंग, कैसे होता है ग्लोबल वार्मिंग. ओके, सो दिस इज अ वेरी 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 डेंजरस थिंग दैट इज ग्रेजुअली हैपनिंग विद ऑल ऑफ अस, for all of the world. It is not affecting just a country, it is affecting to the whole world. So what is happening here, what will happen here? So ये भी हम लोग अभी जो हम ओजोन लेयर पढ़ने वाले हैं उसी के साथ में ये चीज पढ़ेंगे with the greenhouse effect and ozone topic. Okay, so but I would say that these are the effects of the air pollution that is very dangerous, and sooner or later due to making this, the air, which is very important, which is one of the major components of our survival, is getting affected, and this affection now will affect us. Okay, so be kind and try to use like public transport use karo ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा. I have seen a lot of people who are just a single person and who is using a car for moving just 1 kilometer of the area. Why? What is the need of it? If you are having a bike, if you are having a scooter, then you can use that too because it is making less pollution though. Okay, and even proper service of your vehicle, it could be the solution. Okay, so आप proper service कराइए, public transport use करिए, अपने या साइकिलिंग करिए. ठीक है, साइकिलिंग करिए, बहुत अच्छा होता है साइकिलिंग, हेल्थ के लिए भी अच्छा होता है, एंड इट इज नॉट मेकिंग एयर पोल्यूशन ऑल्सो. एंड द मोस्ट पॉल्यूटेंट फैक्ट्री शुड बी बैंड. ओके, जो ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा पॉल्यूशन कर रही है तो गवर्नमेंट को उनको बैन कर देना चाहिए ताकि कम से कम पॉल्यूशन हो. ठीक है, एंड अननेसेसरी बर्निंग ऑफ द फ्यूल्स. ओके, फ्यूल बर्निंग शुड बी स्टॉप्ड. तो ऐसे फ्यूल बर्न कीजिए जैसे एलपीजी हो गया जिसमें सबसे कम स्मोक निकलता हो. जो सबसे कम pollution करती हो. So these could be the solutions that could be put on by the normal man and the government of any country so that we can help out to reduce the air pollution.